Hey, good morning. Welcome to Life Online. In the book of Matthew, chapter 10, Jesus gives instructions to his disciples. He's sending them out two by two into communities. And some of the things that he shares with them, it's not exactly the kind of rah-rah speech to inspire the team. In fact, what he's talked with them about is that there are even going to be trials, scourgings, death, hatred, persecution, those kinds of things. It's not that locker room pep talk that any of us would want to hear. But Jesus makes that clear, and then he comes to, in verse 28 of Matthew 10, these are his words. Don't be afraid of those who kill your body. They cannot touch your soul. Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Jesus is laying out to them, listen, you do not need to be afraid of all the pressure that's out there and all the difficulties, but instead fear only your Maker, fear only your Lord, fear only Him. So don't be afraid. And by the way, as he gives these words, I think they're probably in the minds of the disciples was the powerful encounter that 2 chapters earlier in the book of Matthew had taken place. It's the Gadarene demoniacs. While Jesus heads into that area of Gadara, there are two men demonized and demonized to such a spot that that all of the people within the community, no one would go into this graveyard area because of these two demonized men. Well, there is a dramatic and immediate reaction that takes place, for this is the Son of God who comes. And what you will discover here in Matthew chapter 8, as Jesus faces these two demonized men, there's the response that comes from the demons within, where they say, "What do you want from with us, Son of God?" they shouted. "Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?" I love what Jesus does here. It's makes it so simple. Matthew records just one simple word. Jesus speaks to these demons inside of these two men, and he merely says, "Go." There's no introduction, there's no conversation, there's no negotiation, just a simple word. There's not a shout, there's not a scream, there's not some kind of magic formula that Jesus gives these demonic forces. He doesn't do a dance. He doesn't burn incense, and he makes no demand. It is just a simple, straightforward instruction, one small word. He who sustains the worlds with a word directs demon traffic in the exact same way. And one simple word, he says, "Go." I love how Martin Luther speaks of this great authority of our God in his awesome hymn, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." And I think it's the third verse. These are the words. "And though this world, which with devils filled, should threaten to undo us, we will not fear, for God hath willed His truth to triumph through us. The Prince of Darkness grim, we tremble not for him. His rage we can endure, for lo, his doom is sure. One little word shall fell him." Never forget, as you head throughout your day, there is a God who's in charge of all of these things. We do not have to be afraid, for the Master, with one word, can silence and cast out every devil. So, rejoice in the Lord today. We serve a really strong God. Have a great day.